Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm doing a reaction to No Need to Discriminate Over Gender. So, again, on another one of his videos. I thoroughly enjoy it. So based on the title, I'm not seeing this video. Obviously you don't want to discriminate over gender. Why would you? You don't even get a chance to know the person. If you're gonna not like someone, like them over something that's very important and not something so minor. So other than that, I'm not exactly sure where he's going to go with this, so let's go ahead and give this video a shot.
When you're walking on the street, why should you be bothered whether somebody is a woman or a man? Why are you bothered what is in somebody's pants?
Well, yeah, I mean, why would you be bothered?
There is no need to go on talking about women's rights. We must say human rights, and women are part of it, that's all.
I will be pausing a lot because of copyright issues. I've had a few of his videos where it's copyright and some of them were blocked. So in order to prevent that, I have to pause a lot. And plus, I want to kind of talk and explain as he goes through it. And I am 100% for what he said. We need to stop saying men's rights or women's rights. And we need to say we as a people need to have equal rights and unite together for that, instead of saying, oh, I need this and this. And don't get me wrong, there are definitely instances where there was inequality and we need to fight for equality.
It's important. The feminine in the world is as important as the masculine in the world.
Yeah, I mean, we complement each other. We need each other. Although I will say, that is not going to be a popular statement in America.
Sadhguruji, what is the quality you find in an Indian woman when compared to the world woman, other countries? What is the best and beautiful quality, one single quality?
Are you trying to get…
Ooh, that's a… I want to see if I can answer that question. What is one single quality? I don't know. It's very hard to pinpoint one. I guess cooperative. Meaning, I guess because cooperative is actually a larger definition, meaning that it's not to say that you're going against your beliefs or anything. It's that we kind of have the same path, the same beliefs, the same ideas of success and all that, that we're cooperating with each other. I think that's a good one. I don't know. Can't wait to hear what it says.
Get me into trouble?
You know it, right? Oh, single quality. That's hard to just nail it to one, but I mean, whew.
How she is different and how she is greater.
I don't know. Is that a quality I thought you said?
Compared to the other women all over the world.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh man. I mean, he's a wise man, so I'm sure he knows what to say. But boy, I would be like, I'm out. I quit. So, just in terms of one quality for a woman, so he has to pick a very specific quality of an Indian woman versus the rest of the world. I pick a specific quality that I would think is good. Cooperative. Is that a quality?
Say, I don't know why we are putting only women on the focus.
Well, I mean, you can always do both, but one of each. That's
We are
fine.
always putting women in the focus because we believe either they can be right or wrong. And of course, men are right.
Whoa!
So because we are always right, we are looking whether this is the right kind of woman or the wrong kind of woman.
I wonder if he means that we have a path and we know our path is correct, and whether the woman would complement us in this correct path. It's not to say that what we do is right, as in lawful or morally correct, but the fact that this path that we set is correct for us, the right path for us that we create, and the woman, whether she will deviate men from that path or which is wrong, or to complement the man on that path, which would be right. I'm assuming that's what it means.
You must understand, for whatever reasons, the nature has given a larger responsibility for the woman in terms of bearing a child and having a profound influence on the child in the early part of child's life. And when we talk about a child, don't think this is about reproduction. You and me are here because of that. So, our very existence began in a woman's body. That is, if you're normal birth, I am normal birth. There are some people who claim they dropped from elsewhere, I have nothing to say about them.
Who says that?
If you're normal birth, our life began in a woman's body. And today, the simple biological factors of being male or female, we are exaggerating it too much. I'm saying, when you're walking on the street, why should you be bothered whether somebody is a woman or a man?
If you're looking to date someone and you're attracted to a woman or a man, then that's when it matters. But to be friends, to be neighborly, obviously it doesn't matter. Although I will say, he's not going the path that I thought he was going to go with. So I might be completely wrong in what I was thinking.
Why are you bothered what is in somebody's pants? It's not your business. Only in bathrooms and bedrooms it should matter, nowhere else. In the working places, on the street, wherever else we are, why should it matter whether somebody's a man or a woman? Why can't you just treat them as human beings?
100% agree. Doesn't matter your nationality, what's in your pants, what flavor you like, how you have your hair done. You know, you are a human being and we should treat each other with respect as much as possible. But there's the extremists, which we have to be careful about.
I think we are excessively focused on this, which is creating a very unhealthy atmosphere. That means we are constantly over-infatuated with body parts. That is why we are going on recognizing people as by their gender. You are not recognizing people by their intelligence, by their capabilities, by their competence, only by their gender.
I will say, Martin Luther King said it beautifully that, I can't remember precisely, but he said something along the lines, he said that he can't wait for the day when a person is judged by their character and not by the color of their skin. He's going a bit further in terms of the color of their skin, you know, what's in their pants, basically. Absolutely.
But it is not a fair way of looking at the world. For certain aspects of our life, gender is important. But for rest of the life, how much brains you got is important, how much capable you are is more important.
Yes.
Gender is only valid in certain relationships.
I will say there's a lot of people, I can only speak for America, and I'm hoping it's honestly a minority, that if you do not accept the request, I'm being very vague here. If you do not accept the request, it denies their identity. And if it's only based on one thing, which completely destroys their identity, my belief is that your character as a person is very weak. If by that one reason your identity is destroyed. I hope that makes sense. I was very vague, but I was trying to explain it.
In rest of the relationships, gender shouldn't even come into the picture. Only then there will be equality. There is no need there is no need to go on talking about women's rights. We must say human rights, and women are part of it, that's all.
Absolutely.
So,
we live in this world together, we have to cooperate together. Again, this goes back to what I've said before, this is our heaven, meaning that whatever we do in this world will be as good as it gets, even if that means we're all tortured or slaved or living a miserable life. This is still our heaven because we have the ability to create it to whatever we see fit, whether it be something good or bad. If you make it something bad, this is still our heaven. And what I mean by that, this is as good as it's gonna get. And if it's not good, then we're in trouble. This is
About
our
the
heaven.
Indian woman.
Boy, he tried to.
Should I still?
I will say he talked about a lot of stuff before going to the question, which I love. I don't know if he was trying to say a lot of things so he can think about it, which is actually really good. I don't think I could do that, like be able to talk about a different subject and then get back to the original subject. I was wondering when he was going to get back to this.
In this country, for a long time, we've nurtured many wonderful things. But these wonderful things, because of many misunderstandings, have also taken on very horrendous forms. When I say it's taken on horrendous forms, many simple things which were done for the protection of the woman, for the well-being of the woman, have become discriminatory over a period of times and taken on very horrendous forms of exploitation. We must look back and see why these little things were created. If we don't address this…
I do like seeing people's faces because this communication, body language, how your facial structure is. I'm very much a facial person. Says a lot. Says what you're thinking, and I know I do make a lot of faces. I just hope it's not terrible ones.
things. The Western world is on a binge because they want to make male and female equal. It is not necessary to be equal. Equal opportunity is fine.
Agreed. There are extremists in the US, and I can't speak for Europe, but in Western countries, there are extremist groups that think that men and women are equal in everything, which we know biologically speaking we're not. It's not a decision that one sex made over another. It's just how biology is, how Mother Nature created us. It's no one had a choice in that matter.
It is not necessary to expect a woman to do the same things that a man is doing. Then what is the point of the gender differentiation that nature has made? It's important, the feminine in the world is as important as the masculine in the world.
We complement each other, we need each other. Too much of one thing is a bad thing. We need masculine and feminine to equal out to form a perfect unity. That's fairy tale talk, I guess, but it's true though. We complement each other.
Today, in the name of equality, women are coming to a place where they are beginning to act like men because they know that's the only way they can succeed in the world. The only way they can succeed is they have to act like men. You see even women doing like this these days.
I will say I watch a lot of dating videos. Not like I don't want to say dating videos, but they're videos where they talk to females and ask them questions and stuff, and it's very fascinating to hear their perspective. And what he's saying is very much true. I'm not saying all females think like this, but there are females out there who were told that in order to be successful, you need to have a business, or you need to make a certain amount of money, or you need to be able to do this, this, and this. And so they put so much onto themselves that they end up not really succeeding in anything, or they become overly successful in one and forget the rest. And then when the time comes, they're like, I can't believe what happened. So much time has passed, and now I can't go back and do the things that I need to do or that I'm capable of doing. And I think that is a problem. I don't know. And I guess just in Western society, or at least in the U.S., there is this. It's a very odd push. It's not very overt, but I think it might be in advertisements that saying that to be successful you have to be this, this, and this, and this, and a woman wants to do all of it when it's to do all of it is nearly impossible. To do all of it and be successful in all of it is nearly impossible. Are there women or men who've done it all and are happy? Maybe one. I don't know. But it's just, you don't have to do it all to be happy.
Uh, this is not necessary because if you destroy the feminine, then you truly have enslaved the woman. If you do not value the feminine in the world, all the gentleness will go away, you will have a marketplace at home also.
Ooh, a marketplace at
It's
home.
already happening, big time.
What does he mean by marketplace at home? I hope he answers that.
Before people marry, they're making an agreement. When we break, who will get what in this house? Yes, prenuptial agreements are being made. Before we get married, already an agreement.
That's kind of the Western world, or at least, again, I say Western world, I don't mean Japan. There's Western world and westernized worlds or nations. So when I say Western world, I generally mean like Europe and America, or at the very least America. And that is the sad truth, is the fact that men typically, I think because men generally make more money, that they end up basically paying half their paycheck to the women whenever divorce happens. So they come up with prenuptial agreements to prevent that from happening, but there are ways to destroy that prenuptial agreement. It's really crazy. Again, another podcast that I'll watch talks about that. A lawyer comes up there about prenuptial agreements. You have to be very, very careful when you do prenuptial agreements, because if you tell her to sign right before she goes into the wedding, say sign this or I'm not going to marry you, and she signs it, that prenuptial agreement can go away because she did it under duress. So that's something I learned. I didn't realize that, whenever a person signs a prenuptial agreement, they have to be in their right state of mind, obviously. But it's really interesting. So the lawyer said, like, did you take any drugs? Did you get a good enough sleep? If anything is a note, we'll do it next week. So basically, you have to make sure I'm in the right state of mind. I know what today is. I know my name. I know my boyfriend's name or fiance's name. I know I didn't take any drugs. I didn't even take Tylenol. I didn't take any over-the-counter medication. Everything has to check. You have to have lawyers and witnesses to check all of these things for the prenuptial agreement to be good in court of law. Otherwise, if there's anything that seems a bit odd with that, it can be thrown out. It's so crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
If we break, my bank balance is mine, yours is yours. How can two people live like this? But here, still we have the joy of two people becoming one and enjoying that. Maybe after some time you will fight, but still, at least you have the joy of weaving two lives into one. When you go at it like this suspiciously in the name of equality, you will never know the joy of knowing each other, mingling with each other, being one with each other. Nothing will happen. Home will become a marketplace. This is because of wrong ideas of equality.
I think it's basically saying that because I guess when divorce happens, they find out who gets what. So the home becomes like, okay, you get this and I get this, and you get the home, I get the car, you get the dog, I get the kids, or whatever. Whew.
Equality you should not even talk about. We should talk about responsibility for each other.
Oh, man. Yes. So good. I truly believe in personal responsibility. You need to look in yourself to see if it's your fault first and foremost before you start looking elsewhere of who to blame. I always believe if something were to ever go wrong and you're a part of it, you are part to blame in it, not 100%. But again, if you had some part in it, you are partial to blame in it. Taking personal responsibility is a quality of a character. He still did not answer the question though, I think. Well, so he still didn't say what I guess the feminine quality. I guess that's what he was saying. He never directly said it, or at least I've not. I think that's what he was alluding to. The feminine quality, which I agree, absolutely. The feminine quality is dying in the Western world, and could very well be in westernized countries. From again, I haven't done research in a little bit, but Japan and South Korea are westernized world. The population is declining. The women are becoming very successful, and they're choosing their jobs over motherhood, which I'm not against. I just like it sucks if this continues to be, there will be no more Japanese culture or South Korean culture or any culture that has the same effect. I think the white population in the U.S. is declining, which I don't. So long as it's not because they're not having babies, but because they're just interbreeding with each other, perfectly fine. But I do believe that white people in the United States are actually not having as many babies. At least those that are not religious. Those who are religious, or at least more heavily religious than the typical American, tend to have a little bit more babies. But yeah, okay. Oh man, dude, I love this guy. It'd be an honor to meet him. I know I hear people saying he's in the United States, and I will never. I don't think I'll ever get the financial means to be able to meet him before he probably passes away. He looks like he's old, but at the same time, he looks like he's freaking young. He just shaves that beard off, and then he looks freaking like he's 25 probably. That beard is just making him look old, but I wouldn't have it any other way. But anyways, that's my reaction to no need to discriminate over gender, which again, everything he said, I absolutely agree. The statement that I made about the quality of a woman, he did not say anything about that. So I overguessed. But I think the quality he was trying to point at was feminine or feminist, not feminist, a feminine quality, which I would agree, but that is a very broad sense as well. Anyways, that's all I have about to say about this video. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.